Before we start the video, I just want to quickly talk about what's going on in America at the moment. It's all quite crazy with George Floyd's death and all this racism with the police killing black people. If you do want to help out in this situation, there's going to be a 24-hour live stream of Dragon Ball FighterZ streamers who are going to stream and basically fundraise for the peaceful protesters' bail. It's going to be Enigma, Rudy, Hexpro and Childish Vegito. There's going to be 6-hour streams and that's going to be 24 hours. Check it out, guys, support them, watch the stream, donate if you can. Today I want to talk about Zamasu. What carries me as Zamasu main? We all know Zamasu is not the best character. His neutral is actually terrible and he has no full screen control. Today I thought I'd talk about the strengths instead of downplaying him all the time. I thought I'd just make like a top 5 strats video for him. Just to make you aware, this is not a guide on how to use him. It's just my opinion on the top 5 strats. So yeah, let's get right into it. Number 1 is Zamasu's 5S. Now look at this move, it's beautiful. Look at how it's just hitting Kid Buu. He's running at me and it's a beautiful... Nah, get the hell out of here. This is a trash move. Actually trash. Get the hell out of here. Alright, enough of that. Let's actually get on to the top 5 now. So number 1, what carries me as Zamasu main is Zamasu's Wall of Light. So he has a light version and he has a medium version. They both have their own uses and they're both great. So if you're a Zamasu main, this is one of the first things that you should learn in my opinion. We all know Zamasu has his regular block string, so he can do this. We all know that. But if you add orbs to these block strings, it really just adds another level to them and to your Oki as well. And to be honest, a lot of people don't know how to deal with his orbs, so that's another advantage that you get. Let me show you some basic examples. So I have Bardock B assist and I have Yamcha A assist. I'm just going to show you me doing Wall of Light and my block strings. Starting with Yamcha. And now Bardock B. So if you don't know, Bardock B has 46 frames of block stun. What that means for Zamasu is he can set up orbs and he can instant air dash, and that is gapless. And what you can do is that you can tech throw from that. So just show you here. Just like that. So go ahead and experiment. See what you can find using Wall of Light. It's, to be honest, I can't cover everything in this video. There's an infinite amount of uses for Wall of Light. I'll just give you one example here. I'm using it after Vanish to get corner carry, and then using L orbs after knockdown for Oki. It's always a good idea. But yeah, go ahead and experiment, see what you can find. But Wall of Light is number 1 for me. On to number 2. Number 2 is Zamasu's Blades of Judgment Oki. Now this is only a recent addition to my gameplay. It's basically a 50-50. If you uptech this, like right here, you can get a high-low 50-50, and if you down-tick or back-tick and you don't reflect, you get 50-50'd. It's really, really cheap. The best thing you can do is reflect, then you have options, but again, the high option, you can see there, it's a safe jump, so you can DP that, and the low option, even if you reflect, you can't mash it. This is a really, really good Oki. So the best option here is reflecting, as you have more options, but again, it's just rock, paper, scissors from there on, and the Oki is still really good if you reflect it, because you're still in advantage in many situations. Shoutouts to AD Time for finding this BOJ Oki. He's made a full YouTube video with his Zamasu Oki guide, and this Blade of Judgment Oki is included in the YouTube video. So if you want to learn how to do it, check out that video. And yeah, it's crazy. I mean, you're basically spending 1 bar and you're getting a 50-50. What else do you want? It's crazy. So that's number 2, Blades of Judgment Oki. On to number 3. Alright, so number 3, what carries me as Zamasu main? Well, it's gotta be his level 3 corner Oki. So if you guys don't know, Zamasu's level 3 is plus 42 frames. After season 2, it doesn't matter how high or how low you do his level 3, it's always going to be plus 42. So what you can actually do here is to call out his Wall of Light, the light version, and that's 35 frames, and his 2L, which is 7 frames. What does that add up to? 42 frames, and that gives you an absolute meaty. Now this is where the mix-up begins now, because you've hit him with a meaty and you've called out your Wall of Light. So what can you do next? Well, it's very multi-layered setup, and I love this setup. So first of all, what you do is you do 2L5M. The reason you do 2L5M is because it's anti-reflect, and if they reflect your 2L, they're going to get hit by 5M, and you can TOD them. That's where it begins. And what I like to do after 5M is 5H. The reason I like to 5H is if they guard cancel your 5H, you can actually just 2H and punish the guard cancel, which is really good. And what you do after 5H is you can get another mix up, because the orbs hit, you can either IED or hit them low after the orbs hit. I love this setup, it's so multi-layered. And remember, although it's one mix up, it's not the only way you can mix them up from his level 3. He has so many other options. I mean, it's one of my favorite Okis. I think it's one of the best level 3 Okis in the game, to be honest. So remember that 2L5M I was talking about, but what you can do is you can tech roll from it. And that's not the only thing, so many more, but you just gotta experiment, have fun. But this has definitely gotta be number 3 on my list. On to number 4. Number 4 is everyone's favorite move. It's Zamasu's flight. So Zamasu is the only one in the game who can do this. He can jump up and do quarter circle back S, and he can fly. Now the reason I put it on this list is I don't think the special itself is amazing, but the scenarios where you can use it, some scenarios it really excels in. So the main one is it's the best at wasting a spark. Let's be honest here. If you're in flight mode and they spark, you basically won because you've wasted the spark. And no one else in the game can do that except Zamasu. That's why this special's on the list. Otherwise, it wouldn't be. I mean, there still are answers to flight. You can do Super Saiyan Goku's 2S. You have Hold Vanish to DR, Super Dash, which brings you down. But you have these GT assists, so many other moves you can bring me down. But to be honest, it's not the end-all answer to flight. Flight still prevails in the end, to be honest. It's just so good. And this is why this move is on my list. That's why I play Zamasu mid. So if you guys don't know why I play him mid and not point, the reason is I always bring in Zamasu when the opponent will spark. So if I feel like you've sparked and I bring in Zamasu, I'm basically an advantage because you wasted your spark and I'm going to waste your spark and I'm going to fly away till your spark is gone. So you can also use flight if you're in the lead. Let's say you're in a 3v1 situation, even 3v2. You want to slow down the pace of a match, just fly you. You want to wait for your assist to recover, just fly. But do remember, it's always matchup dependent. You need to watch out for their assists, what characters they have, and you need to change up the style of your flight. It's not flight and do the same thing against each character. You have to be at different heights, different angles, depending on the character you're fighting. So just keep that in mind as well. Also, I always use this in tournament. I've been called the lamest Zamasu in tournament because when I'm in tournament and I'm playing seriously, I'm basically playing more lame. So I remember in the tournament when Tyrant and Damascus were commentating, they were like, wow, he's laming out for a whole 2 minutes. I'm like, yeah, I will lame you out for a whole 2 minutes and I'm proud of that. It's how you play the matchup, and if you want to play the matchup right, sometimes you gotta play lame. And that's why it's gotta be number 4 on the list. On to number 5. Finally, last one on this list today, number 5 is Optimized. Now let me ask you guys this question. Why do you play Zamasu? Now I don't mean he's fun blah blah, I mean his actual gameplay, his strengths. Why do you play him? Now I can tell you one of the reasons that I play Zamasu is because of his damage output, because he's optimal. Now I love characters that are optimal. In previous games that I played in Marvel 3, I just love optimal characters, and that's one of the reasons I play him. Zamasu can TOD you from any starter, from JL, DR, 6M, you name it, Zamasu can TOD you. And the funny thing is, he can TOD you from a IED starter, and he doesn't even need Spark. He doesn't even need Spark to TOD you. If you have the right assists as well, that's also another point. So my assists, Bardock B, Yamcha A, they're basically perfect for Zamasu. I think they're the 2 best assists for Zamasu in the game at the moment. So the assist that you do need to optimize Zamasu is an assist, first of all, that doesn't pop you up high. For example, Nappa A assist, the explosion, it pops you up high. So Zamasu can optimize with that assist. Another example, sadly, it's UI Goku. His A and B assist, they just pop you up too high. Zamasu can optimize with that assist. He needs an assist like Base Q, Jiren, those assists that don't pop you up high, and you can optimize. And that's the reason that you play Zamasu, is to optimize the hit. Now let me ask you, if you're playing Zamasu, UI Goku, let's say Nappa, like I gave in those examples, like there are assists that don't optimize Zamasu. And if you are playing those assists with Zamasu, to be honest, you're playing Zamasu wrong. I mean, it can still work. You're going to need to get more hits, but to be honest, you're not playing Zamasu right if you're not optimizing him, and you're playing him wrong. But that's why it's got to be number 5 on my list. It's optimizing every hit with Zamasu. So there you go. There's Zamasu top 5 list for today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. So before you do go, I just want to make you aware that on Friday at 2:30 PM Eastern Standard Time, I am going to be on a Twitch live stream by twitch.tv/situationaldamage, and I'm basically going to be talking about Zamasu, his strengths and weaknesses, and we're going to grade him out of 110. It's going to be me and AD time. And make sure you tune in, guys, 2:30 PM EST on Friday on Situational Damage's stream. Make sure you're there and support your boy on stream. And I'll also link the Zamasu Discord. These guys are great, very welcoming. If you guys want to know anything about Zamasu, make sure you join the Zamasu Discord. I'm also active in there, so if you want to chat to me, I'll be in the Zamasu Discord. Any questions? Most welcoming Discord. I'll leave the link in the description. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Hope you guys have a great day, and peace.